Welcome back to In Ohio Country Today. With me I have Jim McKenzie, and we're at the beautiful Molly Cairn Ag Center here in London, Ohio for the Farm Science Review, and we're at the Buckeye Oliver Collectors tent. Jim, can you tell us a bit about yourself and about the Buckeye Collectors?
Well, I'm a former employee with Oliver for 28 years. I spent 28 years of my career with Oliver all across the country in sales, marketing, management, from the West Coast to the East Coast, and in between wound up here in Dublin, Ohio about 8 years ago, and we're still here, and we're part of the Buckeye Oliver Collectors Club here.
We talk about the Buckeye Oliver Collectors Club. How many members do you have across the state? We
have about 155 members right now, and we're always looking for new ones, of course. You can find us on our website, BuckeyeCollectors.com. If you want to look at that and look at what we do. We're also part of a national Hart-Parr Oliver Collectors, which is the national organization, and that's Hart-Parr Oliver Collectors on the website. So if you want to go there and see all the news on what was Oliver, Hart-Parr tractors, you can find it there.
You talked about you worked for Oliver Company in 28 years. Can you give us a little history about the company and you know, the final end of the Oliver tractor era, if you would?
Well, I came in 1964, and I worked in the export division in downtown Chicago, and we exported equipment all the way around the world. Very exciting. I call it romantic, and everybody laughs when I say it's romantic, but it was, because it was a different structure. And then I went into the U.S. distribution of Oliver, which was a part of White Motor Corporation out of Cleveland at one time. White Motor owned Oliver, Minneapolis Moline, and the Cockshutt tractors of Canada, and they were all under one umbrella. And in 1972, 73, they started to merge it all into White Farm Equipment, White New Idea, which was out of Salina, Coldwater area, and it became White Farm Equipment. And then also, now today it's part of AGCO out of Georgia.
You know, we talk about that as a kid growing up on a farm. You know, I remember Dad had an Oliver 66 or a 60. I don't remember which because I wasn't very old at the time. But my late father-in-law also had an Oliver 66 diesel, and I remember he used that thing to pick corn with all the time. And we have several different models around here on display here.
Yeah, there's a 66 diesel right in front of us here. It's an Oliver. It's standard with a standard type axle, like a heavy-duty front axle, and it's right here. That's probably maybe what you drove at one time.
You know, as a kid growing up on the farm, I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Dad had an old Cockshutt tractor too at one time as well.
Yep, there was Cockshutt before they made their own tractors in Canada, and then when they merged with White Motors, then it became White Farm Equipment of Canada, Cockshutt. And the Olivers, the Molines, and the Cockshutts were all the same tractor at one time, just different colors and different appearance.
Much as we see with many of the farm machinery brands today.
Right. Your AGCO people are AGCO, Ellis Chalmers, Fendt, Massey Ferguson, all Cat Challenger. That's all one. Just put a different label on them.
Does the Buckeye Oliver Collectors Club, do they have an annual show at any time?
We have an annual meeting at the Dear Dutchman every year. We have a luncheon and an award-type dinner. Yep, we have that. And we always come to this show every year. And we're always in the same spot. You always know where we are, right here. We don't move.
Jim, it's been a pleasure having you with us today.
Okay, thank you, and good luck with you guys. And thanks for coming by and taking a look at what Oliver is and what it is today and what it was. Okay, thank you.
We'll be back with more in Ohio Country Today right after this.